Welcome to a fresh, pulsing chapter from your trusted sanctuary of behind-the-scenes truth, secrets behind the stars. In a galaxy where performance often masquerades as real life and privacy is a rare luxury, certain moments slice through the haze with shocking clarity. Tonight is one of those nights. We are not unpacking a flimsy rumor or a fleeting headline. We're unraveling what many are already calling the romance shockwave of the year. This is about Cenk Torun and Mahassine Merabet, a pair who moved from on-set chemistry to the center of a real-life story that no writer's room could manufacture. What unfolded last night, under the muted glow of an invitation-only event, wasn't just a display of affection, it was the collapse of a carefully maintained wall around their hearts. Before we trace the anatomy of that kiss that sent Istanbul's heartbeat racing, allow me a personal request. If you value narrative depth with rigor, tenderness, and respect for the truth simmering behind the curtains, subscribe to Secrets Behind the Stars. Tap that notification bell so the pulse of the industry reaches you unfiltered and on time. And if you want to step closer, to be a part of our inner circle, to access exclusive breakdowns that others won't dare to publish, hit the join button right now. Your support as members keeps us fearless and thorough. Now, quiet down and lean in. The air above the Bosphorus feels warmer tonight. Istanbul, with its twilight spell and talent for sheltering whispers, hosted a moment destined to rupture the calm that guarded this couple's peace. Cenk Torun, a screen icon known for his old-school courtesy and a private life he's defended with unwavering discipline, arrived side by side with Mahassine Merabet, the radiant force whose sensitivity on camera has been turning casual viewers into devoted admirers. They didn't stride in like colleagues eager for polite selfies. They crossed the threshold with a current between them that insisted on being felt. And then, tucked into a carefully lit corner where neon softened into shadow, the unimaginable tilted into reality. Cameras planted for ambience, by timing or fate, caught the instant Cenk inclined toward Mahassine. This wasn't a practiced move or a gentle brush designed for optics. It was a full, unguarded kiss, dense with the accumulation of months, glances withheld, sentences edited mid-breath, electricity held at bay until it could no longer be contained by fear of gossip. The murmur of guests turned to a suspended hush, a collective inhale that cracked the ceiling of secrecy and shot across feeds, timelines, and groups. Within moments, the scene was everywhere through the network of Secrets Behind the Stars. To grasp the dimension of that embrace, you must rewind their history. Cenk Torun has spent years balancing charisma with mystery, his public charm carefully separated from his private shelter. Meanwhile, Mahassine Merabet has climbed with grace, projecting a fierce dedication to her craft and an iron poise unshaken by noise. Longtime viewers of Secrets Behind the Stars sensed something deeper than friendly banter in press lines and polite smiles at premieres. Their shared glances always felt a beat too charged, their silences somehow eloquent. Last night's choice wasn't a spontaneous detour, it felt like a planned pivot, a measured decision to stop pretending that the spark belonged only to scripts and sets. Witnesses whispered that even before the kiss, clues were unmistakable. Cenk kept a protective orbit around Mahassine, his awareness laser-locked on her comfort. She, for her part, would find his hand in quiet moments, an anchor held lightly yet firmly. This wasn't performance. It was choreography forged slowly, in trust and in time. When they eventually left the venue, they did so hand in hand, facing the temperature of 100 flashes without flinching, as if releasing the weight of concealing joy took nothing more than an exhale. Let's press pause together, family of Secrets Behind the Stars. It's easy to peer from our sofas and judge, but imagine building something delicate while the world zooms in on every shift of your expression. We want to hear from you. Did Cenk and Mahassine choose the right moment to step into the light, or could this exposure sharpen into a blade they'll be forced to dodge? Is the timing bold or risky? Whose journey would you like us to read with equal care next on this channel? Write your thoughts, tell us how you see it, because we read, reflect, and return. And if you value what we do, give this video a like. If you want to fuel independent storytelling that refuses shortcuts, the join button is your VIP key to the truth. The digital quake was immediate. Within minutes, the clip became a siren-blaring crossroads for opinion and awe. Fans with forensic instincts froze frames and zoomed in on details. The way his hands steadied at her back, how her shoulders relaxed as she leaned toward him, the after-smile they couldn't hide when the kiss ended. Love bomb of the year might sound dramatic, but the appetite for a romance that dares to outgrow fiction is enormous. And at Secrets Behind the Stars, we never settle for surface reflections. After the kiss, their online tone shifted noticeably. Gone was the strategically blurred tenderness. In its place, carefully chosen photos that radiate warmth without flaunting vulnerability. The calibration is refined, but the feeling is unmistakable. They have stepped into a chapter of fullness. Some columnists argue the move was calculated, a smart, timely reveal to formalize a secret the industry already suspected. But watch Cenk's eyes when he glances at Mahassine in candid shots. There's devotion there, and a quiet fearlessness. That gaze is not choreography. You can design a posture, but not a heartbeat. And then the rumor treadmill began humming louder. Word in producer circles is that Cenk, Torun and Mahassine Merabet may soon headline a new project together. If what we saw last night is a preview of their on-camera synergy, a sharp script could be alchemy. Studios are tracking every metric, each comment, each surge in engagement. The Cenk and Mahassine constellation, in marketing terms, is brilliant right now. But the same radiance that dazzles can blind. Analysts warn that blending a real relationship with a shared set can exhaust the magic if guarded boundaries fail. Watching Cenk's gallant protectiveness, though, the door held open, the subtle positioning to shield her from crowds, you sense a man determined to protect the bubble where love can breathe. Mahassine shines beside him in a way that says she's found a steady ground, an anchor built on patience rather than control. Replaying those final images as the night wrapped, you catch details more revealing than the kiss itself. He never surrendered her hand as they crossed the lobby. He didn't hide, didn't bow his head, didn't deploy props like sunglasses or a hood to dodge the shot. There was calm acceptance, even a hint of relief, as though honesty had finally caught up with reality. His gestures, a brief touch to her shoulder, an almost secret stroke at the small of her back, spoke of pride rather than possession. Mahassine, usually composed before the press, seemed truly unburdened. Her smile met the cameras without apology, and her eyes carried the glow of someone who chose to live her truth and stand by it regardless of the echo. This moment won't be archived as merely a splashy clip. It will be catalogued as the pivot point, the scene where a private love decided to become a public storyline. And to the loyal family of Secrets Behind the Stars, a heartfelt thank you. Your faith in our long-form, respectful investigations allows us to resist the easy headline and hold out for the unspun narrative. If you haven't joined our membership yet, you're missing a corridor of exclusives we keep off the main stage. The join button sustains our independence and allows us to travel, verify, and source with rigor. That support means we can keep bringing you the story before others catch the scent. We stand at a hinge in time for Cenk and Mahassine. Last night redrew the map for how they'll be seen. They're no longer simply two performers whose timing made scenes crackle. They have become the portrait of a passion that demanded a home in daylight. The question trailing the night breeze across Istanbul is simple and merciless. Will this explosion of sincerity lay the foundation for something lasting, or will the bright pressure that adores today corrode tomorrow? At Secrets Behind the Stars, we'll keep tracking every sign. Every caption, each candid, every red carpet glance that either deepens the story or whispers caution. Expect an official note from them soon, or new photographs brave enough to speak without words. And count on us to go frame by frame, to keep the temperature of public sentiment, to separate noise from signal. Thank you for traveling this road with us tonight, for trusting our eye and our patience. If this chronicle has made you reconsider what it costs to love out loud, tap like, share it with friends who follow their journey, and subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. One more reminder, join our members through the join button to secure your front row seat to our most delicate work. We'll see you in the next exclusive, always here on your home for honest, artful celebrity storytelling, Secrets Behind the Stars. And before we close, a final thought that stayed with us as the city went quiet: authenticity isn't a headline, It's a decision repeated in public after it's been practiced in private. Last night, Cenk and Mahassine made that decision visible. Whether their love takes root deeper under this new sun or learns to adjust to the heat, what we witnessed was not a stunt. It was a release. A promise. And a beginning that, no matter how crowded the room, felt like two people finally stepping into the same light. Secrets Behind the Stars will be right here, watching only as closely as respect allows and storytelling demands, ready to bring you the truth with the tenderness it deserves.